Hey guys, Kindry here. At the start of every main series game we're given a Pokemon to go alongside us through our journey of the region. Some of these Pokemon are the strongest in the region and are important assets to any in-game team. However, with every good choice of starter, there's going to be a bad one. In today's video, I'm going to be going through my top 5 least favourite starter Pokemon in the games. Don't forget that this is my list and it's perfectly fine if you disagree with me. Leave a comment on what your thoughts are on the worst starters. But anyway, let's get this started. First up on our list is the grass starter from Johto, Chikorita, and eventually Meganium. Now I don't actually have a problem with Meganium. In fact, this entire evolutionary line is one of my favourites. It all flows so well together. However, looks can't save Meganium from how bad it gets destroyed in a Johto playthrough. Being weak to Falkner's flying types, Bugs' bug types and Price's ice types, whilst Jasmine's steel type and Claire's dragon types resist it. Team Rocket use both Zubat and Koffing, Koga's team completely destroys it, and Silver's Golbat, Typhlosion and eventually Sneasel with Icy Wind. Unfortunately, Meganium didn't get the most love in a playthrough of Johto, but I'll always love this evolutionary line for what it is. Now, I want to start this by saying Gen 5 is without a doubt my least favourite gen of them all, and along with that, these starting lines are my least favourite that are currently out. Oshawott starts off looking great, and even Duot carries on that cool otter look. But Samurott is just so far away from the pre-evolutions that it feels wrong and out of place. Now, Serperior is probably my favourite out of the starters, but that's purely just because I like grass types. But there are so many better grass starters that it doesn't even come close. However, Emboar. What went wrong? I adore the design of Tepig, and when I first saw it I had hoped the final evolution would be a big tanky fiery Warpig that stands strong on the all fours. But as soon as it evolved into Pignite, I knew I couldn't have been more wrong. And then it evolved into Emboar, and it all just went downhill from there. Now I don't actually have a problem with Emboar in a playthrough. In fact, I think you could do perfectly fine with one on your team. But I needed a number 4, so... Now, what can be said about Delphox that hasn't been said by literally everybody else? It starts off as the adorable Fennekin, and then evolves into Braixen, which, other than the stick in the tail, is still pretty cool. But then, just look at this thing. Yes, I understand that Chestnut is a warrior and Froakie is a rogue, but what makes Delphox a mage? I just don't understand it. Now, Delphox doesn't actually have a problem getting through Kalos. Its move feels pretty good, but the problem is, there's just so many better fire types. I mean, just as an example, you can get Fletchling on Route 1, and that turns into Talonflame. We all know how good Talonflame was in Kalos. As I said earlier, Gen 5 just isn't my favourite, and I know a lot of people share that opinion. I don't like the starters, the story, or even the region of Unova. However, what do I hate more than these things? When a Pokemon strives so far away from its pre-evolutions that it's not even recognisable as part of the line. Samurott is the embodiment of this. Oshawott is great. Look at this thing, it's amazing. Even Duot carries it on. But Samurott, what happened? Who thought this was going to be a good idea as a final evolution? I don't actually have anything to say about it in game either. I'm just not a fan. Oh boy, I know a lot of you are going to disagree with me on this one, but Incineroar? Definitely my least favourite starter of all time. As I said before, I don't like it when a final evolution doesn't feel like they fit with the line, and when Sun and Moon came out, I knew I was going to be choosing Litton because I love cats. And yes, I love Torracat for the exact same reason, but once it evolves into Incineroar, it just loses that cute factor and looks like another fire fighting type, opposed to a fire dark. Now, like most Pokemon on this list, I don't actually have a problem with Incineroar during a playthrough, and I'm sure you can do perfectly fine, but visually, it's just underwhelming and I expected more from this line. But I guess I'm still just going to have to wait for a fire type that walks on all fours. Well, that's it for this top 5 video guys. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments, and do you agree with me? What's your least favourite starter, and why? I'm going to continue making Pokemon content throughout the next few weeks, so don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot and I love doing these videos guys. Thanks as always, and I'll see you next time.